Hey friends, this is Jesse Horton with Cowboys of the Cross, and in this installment of the Short Go, I want to continue to walk through the full armor of God with you in Ephesians chapter 6, and we're going to go from verse 13 and stop at verse 15 today. For this reason, take up the full armor of God so that you may be able to resist in the evil day, and having prepared everything to take your stand. Stand therefore with truth like a belt around your waist, righteousness like armor on your chest, and your feet sandaled with readiness for the gospel of peace. So we're talking about all of these things in light of what a Roman soldier would wear. And then Paul takes that piece of armor, that piece of attire of a Roman soldier, and likens it to how it helps us in our battle against Satan. So Paul says that we need to have our feet sandaled with readiness, and that readiness comes from the gospel of peace. When I think about a Roman soldier, why he would wear sandals, I think about, in the cowboy context, a bullfighter. A bullfighter doesn't wear cowboy boots, and he doesn't go barefoot. He wears cleats, and he does that for three really good reasons that would also apply to the Roman soldier. So let's look at that. The first reason would be that those cleats provide a firm foundation. If you've ever walked barefoot on sand, what you notice is that sand keeps shifting under your feet. And if you do it for very long, your feet will get tired, your joints will ache. And the reason for that is that the soles of your feet have to make all of these micro adjustments as that sand shifts for you to be able to maintain your balance. And it wears your feet out. So if you've got shoes on, that's going to help to mitigate all of those muscles in your feet having to move and shift. That helps. A firm foundation is really, really important in our battle against Satan. The second thing that our bullfighter's cleats would provide is protection. If the bullfighter in his maneuvering was to step on a stick or a rock or a piece of glass or something that cut his foot, then what's going to happen is he's not going to be able to maneuver the way he wants to. And the bull's eventually going to catch him, maybe hurt him. So those cleats provide protection, and the gospel of peace makes us ready in a way that protects us from anything the enemy's going to throw at us, anything that we're going to encounter in our day-to-day lives as Christians. The third thing that those cleats provide is agility. The cleats sink down into the dirt, and the bullfighter is going to have a really solid stance. If he doesn't want to move, he doesn't have to move. And if he needs to move and turn on a dime, he can do that. It provides him with agility to be able to make the moves that he needs to make, to stay out of harm's way, or to save the cowboy, to be in the right place at the right time. So how does the gospel of peace then provide us with a solid foundation, with protection, and with agility? It does so by giving us peace, first of all, with God. The Bible says that we have peace with God because we have been justified through Jesus Christ. Having been justified by our faith, we now have peace with God. And we're no longer God's enemies. We know that all things now work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to his purpose. Now, that doesn't apply to non-believers. That doesn't apply to people who haven't been justified through belief and faith in Jesus Christ. So we have that solid foundation of knowing that all things are working together for our good, for God's glory. The second thing, it provides us with protection. How does peace provide us with protection? Well, number one, it provides us with protection from ourselves. Because we know that we're sinners, we could have a really bad self-image. We could constantly be down on ourselves. But here's what I know. Even though I fall short, even though I continue to sin, God calls me his son. So I'm protected against any negative self-talk. And I'm protected against what others might say about me. It does not matter what anybody else says about me, because the King and Creator of the whole universe calls me his beloved son. I am protected from anything that the enemy might throw at me. And then I have agility. The third thing is agility. I can move when I need to move. I can stand when I need to stand because I'm confident in who God has called me to be and the purpose that God has called me to. I moved my family 300 miles from Newland, North Carolina to Kinston, North Carolina because God said move. And even though things have been really difficult here in Kinston, we're seeing gospel fruit because we have planted ourselves firmly where God has called us to be, where God has called us to serve. So the gospel of peace provides you with a solid foundation, with protection and agility, so that you can stand against the devil and so that you can be a soldier for God in this battle for people's souls, in this battle to make disciples who love Jesus. I hope that's been encouraging for you today. Love you guys and look forward to next time.